I know you wrote a lot of articles about the offensive line. How much of the problem, and you took it by the guards and the tackles and the center, how much problem of the offensive line was because they completely changed what they were trying to do to build an offense around Deshaun Watson, and how much of it was because the offensive line is getting a little older?
Well, that's the big question. If you go by grading, I think Pro Football Focus had Conklin playing some of his best, after he finally got playing. I'm not an offensive line guru. Yeah, they're in their 30s, but all of them were excited that I talked to Conklin, Batonio about going back to the wide zone, what they really had done 4 years before. Um, I think that personally, I thought they looked a lot better when you change quarterbacks. I mean, all of a sudden, Jameis Winston wasn't going down every other play because he was more in the pocket. I think Deshaun Watson moving around back there, they never knew where he was going to be, and he ran into sacks. I know the offensive line, is getting the age, but uh, I think the biggest question right now to me is left tackle. Do you turn it over to DeJuan Jones or do you go out and get somebody? But as far as I think they're fine, especially if they go back wide zone. You drafted Zach Zinner next year. They've drafted an offensive lineman every year. The question is, do you use one high in the draft? I think the highest was back when Wills, and we see how that turned out. That's why they have a hole. He should be a Pro Bowl left tackle for the next even 5, 10 more years. So with you got to determine now, what's going to give the most bang for your buck immediately if you're looking to the draft. Um, but I think that you can't fix it all. I think the interior's pretty good, providing Batonio comes back. Conklin's pretty good at right tackle. You just got to make sure that you got a left tackle that can, you know, step in and play as well. So yeah, I think they got other situations right now other than the line. Sure, you need but the people that evaluate it, I think more of it was the system necessarily, system shock to change it all on the fly. Those guys never really played in that run pass option, type of a situation.